Hi, my name's Lorraine Stone, and I'm going to show you a few things that I've done around my house, things I got from the Dollar Tree, and I refurbished a couple of items, but I'll show you how I did that in just a minute. We're going to be making the candles that you see back here, and then we are going to be making the candies you see there up on my cabinet. I've also put them on the door, and then different places on the wall, on the cabinet over there, and that wall over there. And first thing I was going to go ahead and tell you is literally I just took wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree and wrapped them, and then I just used some string up there and just made little things off of them. I've also taken old bows that were flat and just put them on the cabinets, and it makes a dramatic appearance. Let's put that down. Okay, so let's get to it. These were some candles that I made out of pool noodles from the sorry, I've got a new contraption my son bought me and just trying to learn how to use it here. But anyways, I had made these for a birthday party and put them out in the yard. Well, all it is paper, but we're going to redo the paper so it'll be a little more water resistant and weatherproof. And just a pool noodle I got from the Dollar Tree. And the paper is like, I think 3 inches by 3 inches, but you can judge it on your own. You totally don't have to do exactly the same. But I decided this to make the candles a little bit different because I literally just put them out plain and they just didn't have the peel. So I took duct tape from the Dollar Tree. Good old duct tape. Gotta love duct tape. And literally I just put it in the corner up here, wherever I wanted to, and just started slowly wrapping it. It does not have to be perfect. And you can actually use all these for other things, like if you have a Candyland theme, birthday party, and you can just put birthday candles out there as well. It just kind of matches the candy theme. You can also use them for, like I said, birthdays. You can use them for Halloween. You can use them for Christmas. That is the reason I'm doing them the way I am, so that I can use them for multiple things. Just because that's the way I like it. Because why waste all the time and energy for just one and done when you can have several things you can use it for. Okay, just tape it down. I just fold it up and under and kind of just like shove it around in there. What I did was I bought some little dowel rods, just the really thin ones that I'll show you. But anyways, just really thin ones. Well, I'll tell you right now, these do not hold up for very long at all. So I'm going to put them up with some metal stakes that I have that I've used. Anyways, the red duct tape you see I got from Walmart, but you can get it at the Dollar Tree. It's just I had red already for some other projects that I was doing, so I didn't bother to get more. And I lay the piece of paper on top of this. This is the way I'm going to make it a little more waterproof. And you don't have to be perfect on your lining up. And you just fold it over. It's easy peasy. So easy. Your kids can help you, grandkids, whatever. And then I just cut it off. Whatever I have extra, I just kind of fold over a little bit. And then I do the other side. Try to overlap it so you don't have all that, so you don't have a gap there, but if you can't, you can't. Or if you just do what I did and try to stick it down. Okay, do it the other way. Stretch a bunch of it out, and I'm literally just going to lay it down. But I just really like to use several things for several projects. the cupcakes that I've made, which I'll try to do a video on as well. But I use them for birthday parties. I use them for Easter. I use them at Halloween. And I'm using them for Christmas this year because I'm trying to make the well house that I have into like a gingerbread house. You fold it, or you just take it and like do a little lap, and then you just put it in, and poof, you have the topper of a candle. You can move it however much you need to, or whatever you need to do. But that's basically it. I'm going to probably turn this around so you don't see the top of that. See, there we go. Much better. Much, much, much better. And there's those. I have a couple more I'm going to make later. But I will go on to the next one. The candies. Which again are some more of those noodles that I had used for candles. But I didn't want to make as many candles. So I decided to do this. I cut the noodle in half was to make the candles. And then I cut like I think it was like a 5-inch section or so. Maybe it's 4.5 to 5-inch section off of that. And then all I did was, as you can tell again, this one I used 2 different colors on. It's kind of cool. It's just a little time consuming. So if you're not wanting to like take a lot of time, I wouldn't suggest doing this one. It was a little more time consuming than I wanted it to be. And then just take your duct tape. Literally, I just pulled a good piece of it out. Cut it off. And then I cut the duct tape in half. And then to get the little sections, like I did that one, I took one piece of duct tape that I cut in half and then cut it in half again. That's why it's a little more time consuming. That and nothing wanted to line up quite the way I wanted it to. So, but it's still good. It all worked out in the end. It doesn't really matter. And same with the candies. If I used, I'll show you in just a second. I'm getting ahead of myself again. But with the candies, I use the treat bags from the Dollar Tree. And like I said, this is all duct tape from the Dollar Tree, except for the red. But like I said, you can get red there too. I just fold it over and then cut the rest of it and try to make sure it stays separated, because if not, it's a flipping mess to try to get it figured out. Anyways, so I take my duct tape. I bought the treat bags from the Dollar Tree, and you can get a lot of these little candies out of this, because to do the little candies, you take and you, no matter which one we're doing, you find the end, which I've already cut this one off, and you cut off the little end of it. There's the end right there. And you cut that off, and you open the bag up, and for the little ones, you take it and you line it up, and there's a pattern. Now, if you got something that was more neutral of treat bags or something like that, I think you could use them for a lot more. So like when I'm done with these, I'll probably do the same thing. But you'll see it lines up right there in the center. And for the little ones, all you got to do is cut that bad boy in half. I mean, it's really simple. It's more time consuming than anything to get this all done. And I take my little piece of tape, do the same thing, just this one I'm going to probably make just a little smaller on the curls, just because I want to. And it's very forgiving. You can always move it around or adjust it accordingly. Because I just, like that, I mean, I just keep messing with it. The other piece, you probably won't need this whole thing. But here's what I do. Like when I didn't use the whole thing, and if I didn't like the way it looked, I'll show you in just a second here. Take, just cut that off. There we go. And right there. Okay. Fold it under, get rid of that extra. And like, I have this piece right here that I don't like. So I just took a little piece off the other one that was left over. And if you have leftover, you can just do whatever with it and throw it away. Maybe you'll be a little better at it. And I just doctor that up because see how it wasn't quite matching to me. And so and now I got myself a little bit of a thing. And so what I do is I kind of put the side I think is going to be the best and then put it roughly in the center. And I kind of wrap it up first to kind of look at it and see I didn't quite get it right. So I'm moving it just a little bit more. Not the way I wanted it anyways. Take the tape. I forgot what I done. Kind of try to make sure it's even on both sides. And then I have two different tapes that I got from the Dollar Tree. The one tape's not as clear as the other one. So I use the one that's not as clear for the back stuff because you can't see it anyways. Fold it up. And then if I run out, I'll just use the other tape. But for the sides, actually, I bet we can use this. Let's try it. I cut a couple pieces off. Then I wrap the ends. Just real slow and soft because you don't have to be hard with it. Take your tape, stick that on there at the bottom of it, and just use your tape and just keep slowly going around until you come back to itself. And just wrap it up. And then fluff out the end. And there you got the one side. Do the same thing to the other. All right. Take your tape. Start at one spot. Just roll it around until you get it back to the other side. Like that. You could use the little twist ties that came with it, but I chose not to. And now, there's your piece of candy. Just like that. Easy peasy. The other ones are a little bit different. I'll finish that later on the other one. So you will take one bag, this one, and you'll cut off the end like I showed you with the other one, or I told you about the other ones. Okay. Come on. Cut so much duct tape with my scissors, and my scissors are getting dull. That's pretty bad when I only cut through dollar store plastic. Have to sharpen those bad boys up later. Okay, throw that to the side. You're going to open it up again. This time you're going to do a little different. This time you're going to literally just cut one side. I don't care which. Make sure it's in the clear area right here. And then just cut it down. Because there's a line there, and that's kind of what I do is I just kind of cheat and use that line that comes in the fold of it. Okay, now you're going to take another piece of your candy, which is the other part of the candy I showed you. Okay, and then I just get a judge. I just kind of fold it over for right now. Get an idea of where you need it to go to, because there's going to be so much plastic left, but you need that plastic, so don't get rid of it. And go ahead and cut that to the best you can. You don't have to be perfect because you're not going to be able to tell it's not perfect whenever you're done. So you just keep cutting and cutting. I like this because it adds quite a bit to it, to your decor. And it's fairly simple and easy. And that's what I like. Time consuming, yes, but simple and easy. So you're going to take the piece that you had, fold it in half, go ahead and cut it right on the clear spot. Make sure it's clear to clear, otherwise it's not going to work. And then you'll take one piece of that, you'll fold it in half again, match it clear to clear, like that. Cut it again. And then, the easy part. All right, now you'll have the paper. Make sure the paper, if you're using decorative, is going this way, where the clear's in the center. Because that one piece that you cut out of there, off the edge, is going to go right there in that little center section. And you're going to just kind of line it up what's towards the middle as you can. And then you're going to take your tape and tape it down. And that way, whenever you're done with it, it has the whole design now all the way through. And when you're done wrapping it and everything, they won't be able to tell that you've taped a piece in there. You need these extra pieces as well to tape on to the side. Kind of guess where the middle is. It doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of guess. And then you're going to take and put it roughly in the middle. And then you're going to tape it down. You're going to leave it sticking out. Tape it down and I'll kind of give you an idea how much. I leave quite a bit of it out because that's what you're going to need to make the end of your stuff. Do that again on the other side. Guess middle. Leave a lot of it sticking out. As much as you're comfortable doing. Then you're going to take the one that you wrapped. Figure out where you like it. Which I see both ends are right here, so I know I'm going to like that. Guesstimate about how much is left on each side. Because you want it fairly even. Otherwise, it looks a little weird. Alright, now you just take your tape again. Basically, same now as the other one. You just tape it up really good. This one I taped just a little bit more, just because it's a little heavier and stuff, so it might fall out easier. So I usually use a little more tape. But, I mean, heck, you got it from the Dollar Tree, right? So, who cares? And then you'll fold it over and go ahead and tape that bad boy up. And we're going to have a pretty good sized family get together, and I just kind of wanted something to add a little something to it. I mean, like I said, it don't have to be too fancy, but all I know is the grandkids and the kids that'll show up probably will be talking more about the presents under the tree than anything else, but that's all right. All right, now on this one, you're going to fold it towards you. Leave the bigger part sticking out. You're going to fold it towards you and do a quick little roll. Nothing real fancy. Again, you're going to take your tape, which usually I pull out beforehand. Got it now. Do a quick roll again, like I said. And then just tape that up. Okay. There we go. Get the other side. All right. Now, see when that part gets stuck on there like that. Sometimes if you can't peel it up and it starts to peel the thing, just get you another piece of tape. It's really not that big of a deal. But anyways, and literally all I did was take the tape to the back, roll it over, stick it together, and then I find my back part that I'm wanting to stick against the wall. I put like 3 or 4 pieces on the big ones just because I want them to stay placed. And I try to keep it as even as possible with the next one I put on there. But there's some quick, easy decor you can use for birthdays, like I said, Halloween, Easter. You just take that bad boy and put it somewhere. Like me, I'm probably just going to put it right on my microwave. On that one. Well, maybe. It doesn't want to stick to the microwave. Haha. Well, I will find someplace else to put it then. But there we go. Simple, easy. Hope you enjoyed. If so, give me a thumbs up or a like. And check back with me and see what else I can come up with.